Joining me now to share more are Keith Grossman. He's the president of MoonPay, and he joins us via Zoom from Singapore. And Supreet Saluja, she's the executive director of New York Cares, joining us here in studio. Welcome to the show.
Thanks so much.
Supreet,
thanks for having us.
Of course. Supreet, first, we'll go to you. Can you share more about this partnership and New York Cares Stand with Students initiative?
Yeah, so New York Cares is the largest volunteer network across New York City, and we place over 66,000 volunteers with nonprofits across the city, including some of our public schools, and in fact our Title I schools, those with the least resources. And Stand with Students is a campaign to support those kids year round. It's both a fundraising campaign and a programmatic campaign. And we were thrilled when Keith, who's on the board of New York Cares, stepped forward and brought together the crypto community to support kids across the city.
And Keith, you spearheaded this. How common is it for competing crypto firms to work together like this? And how did you come up with the idea?
So first off, all hats off to Supreet, great team in New York Cares. I've been on the board for the past 7 years. Amazing institution and organization, and it just does so much good for us. Look, like the past few years, the crypto industry has been under siege, and we've been sort of lockstep, arm in arm, fighting against the administration. With the change, a lot of crypto companies are beginning to make New York City their home, and a lot of people are no longer having to fight sort of one force. So I pitched to a lot of my colleagues in the industry, and I said to them, instead, why don't we just actually put the to good use and to start to help kids within New York, especially as New York becomes home to many new crypto companies.
All right, and Supreet, why did you decide to allocate these funds toward things like SAT prep, school supplies, and social emotional resources?
Well, we know that an education can be transformative in the life of a student and their family. And so when we looked at the most pressing needs across the city, we knew investing in the future of the city meant investing in kids. And this felt like the natural place. And we know that schools are still coming out of the fog of learning loss that happened over the pandemic, and that these investments would pay huge dividends.
And Keith, can you talk about your involvement on the board of New York Cares? I know that you helped encourage them to start taking crypto donations, and why crypto for education, and why New York City?
So first, I'm born and raised in New York. I'm as boring as can be. I grew up on the Upper East Side in apartment 9F. I live on the Upper West Side now in apartment 9F, right? And so New York is an important place to be. MoonPay recently opened headquarters in New York City, right? And a lot of crypto companies are opening up their headquarters now as well. It's becoming a hub for the industry. For me personally, though, I love New York Cares platform good, and the crypto angle of it really comes into it because it's my personal passion, and I was always able to bring it together, whether I was at Bloomberg or whether I was at Time or now at MoonPay. When I was at Time, we originally looked at the Bitcoin sort of as here's another asset that can come to New York Cares and ultimately do good for it. Came to sort of digital assets, we looked the same way. Here's an asset that can bring more revenue in New York Cares to ultimately help more students in the city. This year, I am at the exact same way, which was as more crypto companies are looking at New York to make it their home, how can we move either crypto or fiat from these companies to benefit these kids? Really, the crypto angle is just a personal passion of mine that I want to bring together. Great work that they're doing over at It has nothing to do with anything other than how can we make much revenue towards doing good.
And Supreet, in 10 seconds, can you tell us how can people get involved?
Absolutely. Go to our website, newyorkcares.org. You can donate. You can go donate in crypto. You can donate otherwise. And you can also get involved and volunteer with us, newyorkcares.org.
All right, thank you, Keith Grossman, president of MoonPay, and Supreet Saluja, executive director of New York Cares.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thanks so much.